I'm going to briefly talk about another strategy, which I'm going to call positive and negative answer questions, basically. And the whole point of this strategy is to be able to guess. It's good for these vocabulary questions and questions with sort of the one-word answers like these. Answer choices to help get a good process of elimination going to eliminate some of the answers. And it goes like this. You're looking for answers to see which words are positive or have a positive connotation and what have a negative connotation. I discussed what connotation means, but basically, is the word a good word or a bad word? When I say good word, I don't mean like, I mean a word like happy, joy, fun, excitement. These are good words that represent positive things. Tears, sadness, storm, darkness, hate. These are all things with sort of negative feelings or connotations to them. So let's look at just without looking at the passage here, I'm just going to look through some of these words here. Amusing, is that positive or negative? Positive. Threatening, does that have a positive or negative feel to it? Negative. Confusing, is that positive or negative? It sounds negative to me. And enlightening, even if you don't know what it means, you know that it's positive. Let's look at these things. A sense of transformation. That sounds positive usually, unless you're transforming into a monstrous alien or something. So maybe, usually. Isolation sounds negative. Division, I'm going to say, could be neutral. It could be like you're divided into some things, but it sounds more negative, if like the house divided, if people are divided into things. So maybe there's a case for negative. And vindication, like if you're vindicated, then that's something good that happened to you. That's positive. It's like what you hope came true. Now, why did I just do this? Well, let's take a look. I didn't have the whole passage because it goes on for 2 pages, but here's the passage they're referring to, lines 25 through 28. I saw vines creeping forward. Inside the thin lid of an eye, petals opened, and there was pollen at the center of each flower. Field, forest, swamp. I knew how they breathed at night, and that they were linked to us in this breath. It was the oldest bond of survival. I was devoted to the woods the wind walked through, to mosses, to lichens. So my question is, if they're talking about imagery in this passage, does this imagery sound positive or negative? To me, it sounds pretty positive. He's devoted to the woods. Petals are opening. They were linked to us. These sound like something positive. So we're looking for a positive answer. Check this out. Amusing or enlightening. I'm not saying these are the answers, but I'm saying they're the most likely answers just based on that general notion of positive or negative. Of these two, is it amusing or is it enlightening? Well, this doesn't sound amusing very well. I've eliminated it, so I'm going to say enlightening sounds like the best answer. And yes, that is correct. Lines 48 to 42 creates a sense of. So we're getting a sense of, is there something positive or negative in this section? We were in the hands of nature. In these places, things turned about and were other than what they seemed. In silence, I pulled through the water and saw how a river appeared through rolling fog. A full-tag fox moved inside. New senses came to me. I was equal to other animals, hearing as they heard, moving as they move, seeing as they saw. That sounds pretty positive to me. It sounds like a positive experience of new senses and surprises and things going on. So that gives us, again, these 2 words that felt kind of positive to us. And of these 2, I did process of elimination, so I got half my answers, probability of them reduced, which is more likely. Transformation, is there transformation happening? I pulled through, saw how a river appeared through rolling fog. Things are not what they seemed. That sounds a lot like transformation. And that is, in fact, the correct answer. So I hope this is a helpful strategy for you to cut down on a question, especially if you don't know what the answer might be, a way to cut down and get to the possibilities quicker.